Maybe you know. Maybe you know. I mean, I have a very excellent relations with President Mahama. Not only President Mahama, many other presidents in the past, and so have been my friends, you know. But President Mahama was on the left, you understand, and participated in many progressive activities before and so on, you understand. And all the time that I've known President Mahama at close range, I've come to the conclusion that he's a consummate constitutionalist. Consummate constitutionalist.
What does that mean?
He believes in upholding the Constitution. He believes that the Constitution sets forth standards which must be obeyed, even if you do not agree with the provisions of the Constitution. Until the Constitution is properly amended and adopted, whatever is in the Constitution ought to be followed. He's a consummate constitutionalist. Okay? I've also known from my relationship with him that he's not driven by ego and reckless ambition. And all those who know him, you ask them, they will tell you the same. Even if you were to ask former President Nana Akufo-Addo, I'm sure he will tell you the same things about John Mahama. Okay. So right from the beginning, I was sure that he, as a person, was not going to fall for this recklessness. I knew that he wouldn't fall for this recklessness. However, the clamor for him to go for a third term was increasing. I mean, the tempo was increasing. And I'm sure that you remember that a number of chiefs actually jumped in, held press conferences and so on. There was one particular chief who said that very soon, Bibiani will be surrounded by motorways and so on. And that he has done so well that we should amend the Constitution and give him a third term and so on. And that is why I made the intervention. You know, I made 2, 3, 4 interventions, urging him not to fall for this extreme recklessness. One, because of the knowledge of history. You understand? Look, boss, I'm much older than you.
Of course,
you know?
of course.
So I've seen a lot of stuff.
Of course, we used to read from you.
Look,
when you're in the right.
Acheampong became one of the most popular leaders that this country ever had.
Sure.
Acheampong was so popular. 1972 all the way to about 1976 and so on, he was so popular. And his popularity was based on his concrete achievements. You understand? He reversed the devaluation of the city, which was very important for business and commerce and so on. Clear. He embarked upon Operation Feed Yourself and Feed Your Industries. Ghana became self-sufficient in food production in 2 years. He took a strong anti-imperialist stand, you understand? He started the production of organic fertilizer and so on. He did so many things and became so popular. Then, praise singers jumped in and said, look, Acheampong had done so well that he should stay on forever. And they came up with this silly idea of Unigolf. That is what killed Acheampong. In the final analysis, when Acheampong was being shot at the Teshi range, Ghanaians were cheering his execution. You understand? We should not put our friends, and people would like, through that. I've seen it before. Acheampong lost his popularity in a whip. And you see, when that happened, then they had to mobilize all kinds of groups, Organizers Council, Peace Council, and Komunini, to campaign for union government. So a lot of resources were diverted from the national development effort into waging this useless campaign.